Welcome you come to our institute again. We know that Pakistan is a very good friend of China. And I used to have a PhD student from Pakistan. He graduated last year and go back to Pakistan. He used to be a teacher in Pakistan embassy, Beijing embassy school, embassy school, teacher there, and at the same time study for a PhD degree here for higher education major, and then go back with his family, go back to Pakistan. He loves China too. So I'm so glad today have this opportunity to welcome you all to come over this year to come to Tsinghua. Some of you still maybe at your 30, maybe most of you are already senior age like me. I mentioned the age. If some of you are at the 30, we newly launched a new international educational policy master degree. Studied or teach in English. All the courses will taught in English. From this autumn, we will launch this new master degree program. And we welcome our Pakistan friend to apply for this program. It's a 2 years program. The specialization is international education policy study. Is there any of you at the 30 or 40? Great. If you're if you don't have a master degree, of course.
How difficult it is because we heard a lot about this university from Sarah, and she said it's very difficult to get admission in.
To see your qualification, I think the basic requirement is you have a bachelor degree back home, bachelor degree. Because this program is specifically designed for so-called one belt, one road, Belt and Road countries. So you can apply scholarship from Chinese Scholarship Commission, CSC. So CSC have 10,000 scholarship each year for Belt and Road countries. So it's I think quite good opportunities. It's a 1.5 year or 2 years program, flexible. So if any of you like to try this program, you can contact me later. I will give you my mailing address. Okay, first let me show you a short video about this university.
preparatory school for students who were sent by the government located in northwest Beijing. Tsinghua University has over 100 years of history. It was established as a preparatory school for students who were sent by the government to study in the U.S. The campus was originally the former site of the Qing Dynasty's imperial gardens. It was listed as one of the world's most beautiful campuses. Tsinghua University is where East meets West. International students come from 116 countries around the world. In Tsinghua, students have the opportunity to collaborate with renowned professors in various disciplines attend talks and lectures of the world's most influential leaders and scholars. And enjoy the extensive learning resources on campus. Chinese culture is deeply rooted in Tsinghua's education environment. Tsinghua provides opportunities for students to pursue and discover their passions. Sports is an exceptional tradition in Tsinghua. And the art and cultural life is enriching. Tsinghua University Art Museum showcases the fusion between art and science. This is where you can have discussions with the world-class scientists. In Tsinghua University, we strive for innovation and research excellence. Tsinghua University encourages innovative solutions to present issues that face mankind. Tsinghua has changed the lives of many. With the motto of self-improvement and social responsibility, the Tsinghua community continues to dedicate itself to the development of China and the world, with wisdom and strength in various fields.
Hi there, I'm Ming. I'm a student in finance in Tsinghua University. I got my bachelor degree in journaling and communication also here in Tsinghua. Like staying in Tsinghua for 5 years, I really enjoy my life here.
My name is Alex Springer. I graduated from MIT and now I'm studying for my master's degree here at Tsinghua University. I had the opportunity to live, learn, and grow to prepare myself as a global citizen, ready to tackle the challenges of the 21st century.
Thank you for watching. Today I'd like to give about 1 hour brief introduction to the history of this university. It's just I should say it's one of the top universities in China. Its strengths, its characteristics, the culture of this university, and to help you understand, the hope from this university, this typical important university, to understand the whole picture of Chinese higher education. I prefer not use a prepared PPT. In China, PPT is a kind of abbreviation of 骗骗他, to cheat him, just cheat him. If something prepared, then it could be, it's kind of inert. It's kind of, it's not alive kind of spirit. So I would like to talk from my mind to tell you my understanding, my feeling about this university. I came to this university in 1993, so almost 25 years ago. I stayed in this university for 20 years. And among the 25 years, 5 years I worked in US, in the Chinese embassy in Washington, D.C. Then I came back to this university again. So this my experience, my working experience with this university. You can see from the video that the university built in the early 20th century, 1911. It was founded by used to be it's at the same time of Republic of China was founded, 1911. Republic of China, yeah, 中华民国. Republic of China was founded actually by 国民党. 国民党 now is a party in Taiwan Island. Now, 国民党, after founding of the Republic of China at that time, China not actually unified the whole country. So kind of, civil war. And Communist Party and 国民党, National Party, they fight each other. And then the Communist Party defeated the National Party, 国民党. And the new China in 1949, People's Republic of China was founded in Beijing here. And the Kuomintang National Party extended to Taiwan. So that's the original, the Taiwan issue. I used to work in the embassy, so I talk about this history. You can see the Chinese recent history. So that's why we said Taiwan is part of China in recent 100 years, not only in recent 100, of course. 1,000, 2,000 years, Taiwan is part of China. So, in National Party, the Republic of China period, Tsinghua University was modeled in the US model, is a kind of comprehensive university. At that time, so from 1911 to 1949, the upper half century of 20th century, Tsinghua is a comprehensive university modeled in US. not only have science and engineering department, but also humanities and social sciences. But from early 1950s, Tsinghua again learned from Soviet Union. So Tsinghua in the early 1950s, Tsinghua was transferred into a Polytechnic University. So all the humanity, social sciences department will move out to merge to other universities like Peking University, Peking Normal University, etc. So Tsinghua become a purely polytechnic, only focused on engineering fields. From early 1950s, Tsinghua became an engineering university all along to 1980s. You know, from the 1980s, Tsinghua, the whole China implemented a kind of reform, the opening up policy. So and the Soviet Union gradually collapsed. We found Soviet model not work anymore. So we transferred Tsinghua from a Polytechnic University to a comprehensive university again. So from 1980s, Tsinghua re-established into a comprehensive university. We rebuilt humanity and social science school, economics management school, law school, public administration school, school of journalism, etc. So now Tsinghua again is a very comprehensive university. So this kind of change, you know, from at the beginning learn from US and then learn from the Soviet Union, and then from 1980s learn from US again. So what this kind of change means to Tsinghua and to China? You know, we have a saying, engineer ruling the country. Engineer ruling the country. We have several generations of national leaders. Many of them are engineers, used to be engineers. And two of the president of China graduated from this university. President Hu Jintao, heard about his name?
Yes.
Yeah, he graduated from hydraulic engineering department in 1950s. Yeah, Soviet model, Polytechnic University age. He studied here for 5 years, then worked here as a young teacher 2 years, altogether 7 years. He studied President Hu Jintao. He graduated from here, studied here 7 years, and then he was assigned to in the northwest, very remote area, very poor area, in a dam, Liujiaxia Dam, very poor area, a technician there. But he was very talented and also, you know, politically very devoted, loyalty to the party. So then he, because of this kind of personal qualities, he gradually level by level promoted to like a chief engineer and the factory governor, the provincial governor, and then to the national level leader. So that's the career kind of a promotion line of and then President Xi Jinping now, he also graduated from this university. He studied in a little bit later, 20 years later, in 1970s, in our chemical engineering department, in late 1970s. Chemical engineering department, and then he got a PhD degree also from this university in the law school. So why, not only these two presidents, but I should say quite many high-rank officials in the central government graduated from here. So that's why I have a saying, engineer ruling the country, engineer ruling the country. Peking University is another top university in China, you know that, right? But Peking University don't have that many national leaders like this university. This university is the only university, bring up so many national leaders. At the beginning, it's supposed to be engineering at university, but from the graduates, quite many talented graduates gradually become the national, provincial level, city level, provincial level, and then national level leaders. It's an interesting phenomenon. You may ask why engineer can become kind of national leader. In the period from 1950 to 1970, because of the national economy, the economic system, mostly, the so-called backbone of the economic system of China at that time is large and medium-sized companies, factories. And these companies, many engineers worked in these companies. If they are talented enough, they can be promoted. First, become general engineer, chief engineer, and then factory CEO, and then to a city mayor, provincial governor. This kind of line. So, large and medium public state-owned enterprises is the most important part of the economy of China from those several decades. So because Tsinghua University, their major are engineering, so they are very talented, so they have the opportunity to be promoted in the mainstream of the economy of the country. So it's very different from like US. I did a kind of comparative study between China and the US higher education system. You know that in US, quite many so-called politicians in US, mostly they are lawyers, right? Mm. They are lawyers, mostly from law schools and the elite universities. So it's very different from situation here. So our leaders, because of they are used to be engineers, so they are very practical. They are very effective, practitioners. But in US, because politicians mostly are lawyers, so they just talk and talk all the time, a lot of debate in the television. And I watched quite often the CNN channel broadcasting quite many debate there. But here we don't have that many debate. So the leaders have of course, the leaders have their own think tank to help them, yeah. But kind of quite unified, centralized kind of decision making, top level. So very different from two-party system in US. We are a kind of one-party system, you know that.
Yeah.
Chinese Communist Party is a leading party of the whole country all the time since early 1950s, 1949. So Chinese political situation basically very stable compared to US because of one party ruling. In 1990s, I know that in that time I have kind of Washington consensus. Washington consensus means that if a country wants to be economically successful, they should believe the market mechanism, totally use the free market mechanism to develop the economy. But the Chinese successful story since late 1970s is different, very different. Although China also, since 1990s actually, early 1990s, we implemented a kind of socialism market system. Socialism market system is a kind of a hybrid, kind of both have market mechanism, also have planned economy mechanism. So Chinese economic success story is kind of different story from so-called Washington consensus. The Washington consensus was implemented in Latin American countries, in Russia, but not successful. But China succeed. So it's a kind of many people say, maybe political stability is very important for the economic long-term development. So it's interesting to have that kind of another kind of Beijing consensus. Beijing consensus. So it's a different kind of success story. Not only China, but also some Asian countries like South Korea, like Japan, like Singapore. These countries also are kind of quite centralized decision-making system. These countries also successful. So you can see that this university graduates, quite many become national leaders because of economic development requirement. And later, this university will become a comprehensive university. I mentioned that since 1980s. And then we have, now we have also quite many graduates, alumni become businessmen, become lawyer, journalist, all kinds of graduates now. So it's quite very comprehensive university now. So we have a kind of ranking, national university ranking. Tsinghua University alumni, the millionaires even the billionaires, very rich businessmen, Tsinghua also ranked top in the whole country, #1 in the whole country. So you can see the new time, new era, Tsinghua again occupied a pioneer place, because quite many Tsinghua graduates, they become businessmen. At the university, they may study engineering or economic management, but later, any field, but later they can become very successful businessmen. So we can see millions of the fundraising from our alumni. Like the History Museum building and the drama, the performance, very new theater, all are donated by our alumni. So millions of, so quite many fundraising quite successful this university now. So a university's successful story, of course, should measure by the graduate successful. So the video mentioned Tsinghua QS ranked the world at the 20th, about the top university in the whole world. But Tsinghua actually is #1 in the whole country by quite many measures. So we are quite proud of that. And I mentioned that we have kinds of fields. I think the most science, quite many science fields we are ranked in the whole even better than some top universities, like engineering school. U.S. News and the World Report ranked Tsinghua University #1 in the whole world, even better than MIT. These 2 years, recent 2 years, Tsinghua engineering department even better than MIT. Tsinghua is #1 in the whole world. MIT is the second. Of course, this kind of ranking not necessarily reflect the whole strength of the field. MIT is still very, very strong in the kind of original, creative research. So like the paper, the publication, citation, MIT is still stronger than Tsinghua, the engineering departments. But why Tsinghua ranked better than even MIT in engineering fields? Because Tsinghua faculty, the publication numbers and the intellectual property, pattern, are even the number, the quantities much bigger than MIT, much bigger than MIT. So that's why Tsinghua ranked even better than MIT. But we said a kind of original research we still left behind. So we should do better in the future. And you can see from recent years, Tsinghua's budget, another measure you can measure the strength of the university, the budget. Tsinghua budget now almost equivalent to Harvard University. Even you compare by currency ratio. Chinese yuan and the US dollar is a kind of 6.3 to $1. Even you by this currency rate, Tsinghua budget almost equivalent to Harvard. In the future, I'm sure the budget will be bigger than Harvard, larger than Harvard in the future. So you can see the grown up of this university. Why recent, I should say, recent 20 some years. I came to this university, I mentioned in 1993. At that time, Tsinghua University still quite poor. So the past 25 years, Tsinghua, developed very rapidly. Because China have two important world-class university building projects. The first is the 211 project. Have you heard about that?
Yes.
Yeah, and then 985 project. These two projects, of course, Tsinghua, Peking University, the top two universities, enjoy the priority funding, heavy funding from the central government. Additional funding, in addition to the regular funding, student funding by the student number. So that's why this university developed so quick in recent 2 or 3 decades. So our government, the vision is in the future. Now is 2017 or maybe 2030. Tsinghua, Beida target to be the top university in the whole world. Maybe top 10 maybe in the future. we have that kind of vision. The national government in the 2030, maybe another 10 years. We hope our university will be the top, the first tier of the top of the world-class university, first tier. And of course, we have a kind of you know that Shuangyu double first class, right? Our program is newly launched from 2015. Launched a new world-class university building project. Double first class. To 2050, maybe we have 1,000 universities in this country become top university in the whole world. So you can see that quite ambitious of Chinese higher education development plan. And Tsinghua, we are proudly say that in the past 2 decades we developed very quick. Some aspect of course we still left behind, but we believe we can develop more quick in the future, 10 or 20 years. So we try to educate more and more, so-called backbone leaders of different fields of the country. So that's our, the target, and also ambitious to be influential in the whole world. I think that's basically my, brief introduction, to this university related to the country. Any questions and comments?
You said your university is very strong in engineering, and now you're building up on social sciences as well. What about languages and humanities, arts and humanities?
The language, we have a foreign language department in the first to third floor of this building. As foreign language department. So we still, yeah, you mentioned I should say, frankly speaking, language department in this university not that strong. Not yet that strong. So we only have foreign language department and foreign language, you know, only several, you know, we saw commonly used languages. English, French, German, Russia.
Like I've been talking to students who are English major.
Yeah, English major, yeah.
Because I'm a professor of English. But again, their knowledge was pretty cursory. They had just done basic things. They haven't gone into the details. So I believe even your English departments are not fully equipped as yet.
Yes, you're right. Even English department, not many faculty do inferential research. Maybe in the whole country, I don't know the accurate ranking of the English department, but not the best.
My university is the best, EFSU. We are divided.
Which university?
北京北外.
Okay, okay. Yeah, of course. Maybe foreign language study university, right?
Our English major is divided into 4 branches. First is the English language, then literature, then translation and interpretation, then culture studies. This is 4 big branches, and each branch is furthermore disciplinaries.
I met a few students actually last night who were from Beijing Normal University, who had done the English majors, and talking to them last night, I had this feeling that they're even after being majors in English, their basic knowledge is only restricted to cursory things. They haven't gone into the details as a major student should have gone into. This was my understanding of talking to them.
Yes. My question is basically concerned with the patent filing, because recently universities in Pakistan, we have started looking to this matter. We have patents. Yeah.
Oh, patent, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have these publication, the teachers were concentrating on most on to publish in high impact factors. But now we have started looking into, we have to increase this patent filing number as well. I mean, if you look to the global index, probably we have the least patents. So, what is the ratio? I mean, if a teacher in Tsinghua University file a patent, so how is the financial resources then handled? If somebody follows, there is income coming from the patent. So what is the ratio? Tsinghua is earning anything from the patent as well? Because filing is one thing and earning is another.
Successful
patents.
Patent, yeah, that's quite a specific question. I should look into that specific ratio maybe later. I don't know that.
Maybe we should take another way. I mean, the university encourages, the university provide any expenditure on patent filing? Because, you know, patent filing is not a simple job. You need, if you are patent filing patent in the US, you need the services of a lawyer in the US.
Yeah, if you are interested to know the details about the patent filing, that kind of issue, we have Luna from our institute work in the patents office.
Right, okay, so you have a separate patent office.
I can ask her to help you for the details if you are interested.
Yeah, but no, thank you.
Sorry.
My question is about the admission criteria for the PhD in the Institute of Education. One, so is there any scholarship available for that? And the second is, when I look at, you offer 3 academic doctoral programs: the higher education, PhD in economics and administration of education, and PhD, professional doctorate in education, doctorate in education, education and technology. I do not see any doctoral degree program for the primary or secondary education.
For what education?
Primary.
Family.
Primary,
primary.
and secondary education.
Oh, I see. Actually, our PhD program, now you can study for any level of education. Yeah. We used to mostly the faculty focused on the higher education research, but now we have several young faculty and also in the basic education level study, including like the principal, the leadership, school improvement, and curriculum reform, etc. So actually, quite many young faculty here that study both higher education and basic level education. So no problem if you like to apply our PhD program and you study basic education. No problem, we can do that.
And the admission criteria, any scholarship for that?
Scholarship mostly from ECIC I mentioned, Chinese Scholarship Commission, Council, China Scholarship Council, and the university also have some scholarship money. The quantity of the funding not that bigger, not bigger than the national level funding scholarship. So national level funding opportunities more easily to get. Especially down the road, program support, Yes, please.
My question is regarding the vision of the university. We just visited the museum and we saw a roadmap starting from 1909 and gradually from every year it showed the development of the university, and it had a message in Chinese which I couldn't read, and then it showed the vision up to year 2020 and then 2050 and then the next century. So what is the vision of this university for the next century?
Next century. It's too far away, I think. We latest project is I mentioned double first class program, national double first class program, and Tsinghua, ambition to become the first tier university in the whole world in maybe 2013. So I'm not very sure much longer years how it will become.
Well, let me make my question simpler.
Yeah.
Becoming bigger, larger is a business-like goal to become the number one. But the universities are basically seat of learning. They provide the light of education to the whole world or to the area where they are working. So there must be a vision for China or for the world of this university.
I think qualitatively, actually, we emphasize that the Chinese cultural aspect. We hope that the faculty research can focus more on that, especially humanities, social science departments, faculty can become much more influence in the future in the world. Because that's so-called related to soft power aspect of China. Humanities and social science of Chinese cultural aspect. For example, Confucius, how to revigorate the old church civilization, old culture, become modern. I think that's one aspect we emphasize. to become more influential in the world in the future. Not only economically successful, but also culturally successful. We think about the national leaders also saw that very, very important to Chinese top universities.
Thank you. Despite that much development in the field of education, in a very short lifespan, what are the reasons of low package to the teaching class as compared to the other professions? As I got from some sources, salaries are paid less to the teaching class.
Even the wages.
Education class.
Faculties.
A teacher, I mean, they
Faculty
are paid
member.
less as compared to engineers.
You
Other,
mean the faculty here,
Yes.
education
throughout China, I
Well,
think.
this is
in the whole China.
Yeah, in the whole.
I think our institute also the first tier of the whole country education school also. But our school is small compared like Beijing Normal University or Shanghai East China Normal University. Our institute, the faculty number smaller, much smaller than those universities. But we also do the highest level of research, the highest citation of the papers of our faculty. So our major strengths, actually, this institute, you can see from the pamphlet, that one is engineering education. We have a UNESCO Engineering Education Center. So that's a very important aspect of our research here, engineering education, and then graduate education research. Mostly focus on doctoral education research. So that's also quite a strong part of our institute research. Another one is bachelor and undergraduate education study for the NACI measurement, student engagement, undergraduate student engagement study survey. We have about 5 years of that kind of survey data for about 500 universities in the whole country. So that's quite a database, very important database, and quite influential in the whole country too. So this kind of research focus are quite influential in the whole country. Those aspects, like Beijing Normal University, they are not necessary. They are not their strengths. They're mostly quite like Beijing Normal. They're mostly focused on a kind of theoretic study of education foundation study. Our institute mostly focus on the kind of applied field study and quite the kind of policy study. Quite well here. Of course, I mentioned also like myself, I studied also the school culture part, school culture, and also the university admission study. So school and university linkage. So I also focus on those aspects of the education system. School and university linkage. So this whole country now, we are implementing a kind of so-called new higher education examination reform, quite important. But it it's very important that the parents and the student focus on those kind of reform, because student high school graduates, they want to go to the best universities. So that's kind of reform. I and several other faculty here also focus on the study. Tsinghua New National University entrance examination reform. It's quite influential too. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. Thank you.